guys, thanks so much for stopping in. I sure appreciate you hanging out with me today. And we are here to talk about my current favorite lip products for fall, but I usually use these year round, but these really have a tendency to stand out during the fall time. So here today I have lip pencils, I have lipsticks, liquid lips, and glosses / lip oils. So let's go ahead and roll into some of my favorite fall lips. Okay guys, I thought we could talk about some lip liners first. I have a few, but hey, that's okay. It could be way worse, right? It definitely could be way worse. So I have a tendency to gravitate toward the same color lip liners. So I have a lot of similar shades. Let's see here. First up, we have the ColourPop Lippy pencils. This one is in Cool BFF. Let's go ahead and just do like a swatch party here. This one's okay. For me, it's not quite as easy to work with as some of the other lip liners that I have here, but it's a nice nudie color. It goes with almost everything. Similar color. This is Buxom. It came in a lip set that I got from my friend last year for Christmas. It was actually paired with this one, but we'll come back to that in a minute. But this one is Incognito is the shade. It is dual-ended. It does have a brush on one end, which is really, really nice. This one is pretty creamy and it goes on easily. I really don't have to push hardly at all. It definitely is more of a pinky nude versus this one is more of a true cool tone nude. This is more of like a pinky nude. It pairs really, really nice with obviously what it was packaged with, but outside of using it with that one that it came with in that gift set, I don't use this shade too often. I'm more of a brown nude kind of girl versus like a pinky nude kind of girl. It's the Essence 8-Hour Matte Comfort Lip Liner. It does have a built-in sharpener. Most do, but I have discovered a few that don't. But this one has impressed me so much. So it's really light, it's really creamy. I don't have to push at all to get that. Now that one, as you can see, is pretty similar in tone to these. It's a little bit warmer, but I do really like this one and it doesn't really budge. It stays put pretty well. So, I mean, compared to some of my other ones, this one's a little bit sticky, if you will. Maybe I should have done this one at a time. So this middle one was that Buxom one. It's a little bit, not sticky, but waxy, and it does transfer quite a bit. This one, kind of the same thing. It's a little bit waxy feeling. It does transfer a tiny bit. This is that Essence one, and I'll redo that one real quick. This one does not feel waxy. It feels like nothing. It feels like nothing on the lips. It feels like nothing on my hand. And as you can see, it's taking quite a bit of effort to make that move, whereas the other ones took no effort at all. I really don't see a whole lot of transfer on that one. But this particular lip liner has been really awesome and it's really affordable. It's Essence. I picked this one up at Ulta, but I know some Targets carry this as well. But I definitely want to pick up some more shades in this one. This one was wonderful, and this particular shade is Rosy Nude. NYX I have NYX liners here. I have them in 2 different shades. I have this one in Natural. Now here's the thing about this particular one. I don't know if I got a bum pencil. I don't know if it's this particular shade, but again, this shade is Natural. This one takes a lot of effort to get that color to show up. I have to press pretty hard, and when you're pressing on your lips, there's nothing really hard to press it against, and my hand is harder than my lips, obviously, and it took quite a bit of pressure to get that to show up. It's a beautiful color. I just don't like how hard I have to work to get it. So I don't know if this was just like a bum pencil or if it's the shade, because coming up next is the exact same line, but this one is just in Nude Truffle. This one, no effort at all. I barely have to press, and it is like my ideal shade. It is a brown nude. Look at that. I have as much staying power as the Essence one does, but I really like that color. It's definitely more of a brown, and that's the Nude Truffle. And then this one right now is my current favorite next to the Nude Truffle. This is Wet n Wild Color Icon, and this shade is Brandy Wine. This one was like $1, I think. But this one, exact same concept as that last NYX one. No effort whatsoever to line. I really like this color. It is, you know, like a reddish brown. It is stunning. It really doesn't budge easily. Like, it stays. Oftentimes, my lip color will go before the liner does. It's not smudge proof by any means. It does come off, but it has more staying power than some of these other ones do. Also, not only is it cheaper than all of these other pencils, but it's like double the product. This is that NYX Nude Truffle, and this is the Wet n Wild. I think the NYX is like $5 or $6. I'll put up prices for sure, and I'll link them for you. But I mean, just look at that. That is crazy. That's crazy. So I'd really like to see Wet n Wild come out with some more of this version, but in like different colors. Okay guys, starting with a clean slate here. I am not necessarily very much of a lipstick girly, especially liquid lips. I definitely prefer the formulas of oils and glosses to lipstick. I have very dry, very textured, very flaky lips. So lipsticks tend to not be the most flattering for me, but I have 5/8-ish. I'll explain that in a minute. Different lip products in front of me that I would consider more of a lipstick or a lip stain in that kind of category that actually do pretty well on my lips. So the first one I have here is actually a liquid lip. It's Morphe. This particular shade is called Jealousy. I love this. I absolutely love this. So this color is just stunning. And it does, when it dries down, it does not transfer. I wear this one quite a bit this time of year. It is a beautiful, like, pink. I mean, it's kind of, for me, it's like My Lips But Better. I just absolutely love this. It does transfer until it's fully dried down. So this is a wonderful formula. It doesn't accentuate my lines and my texture, my flakiness. So this is a fantastic one for me. So I have these two lip crayons from LA Colors. Yes, LA Colors as in like Dollar Tree. Really quite wonderful though. Like, I mean, they really are. They're really quite wonderful. So you've got this more brown color, and then you've got this more like berry red. I actually wore this berry red earlier today. They are long lasting. They are so easily pigmented. Like, I'm barely touching my hand here. Now, they are not transfer proof, but as they dry down throughout the day, they almost give like a stain effect. And once they're in that stain effect, they are transfer proof. It's the weirdest thing. It's like a stain. Yeah. That's as far as I can go with that one. So it's like a stain. I do really like this color. It's definitely more of like a berry red. I love to wear this with more neutral colored eyes, like something like I'm wearing today. But it is really, really nice. It actually lasts pretty well through eating and drinking as well. Like I said, for as cheap as these are, I'm quite impressed with the pigment. I'm impressed with how easily they just glide. Oh, I'm starting to crisscross here. They just glide on like, they're so nice, and they're crazy comfortable. I'm blown away by these. So yeah, this is more of a brown color. I guess the shades would help, huh? So that first tone, that more berry color, that one is called Sass, and this more brown tone is called A Mood. But yeah, so really, really nice. And I like how it's like a crayon, and this tip is pretty good for making a line if you don't want to use a lip liner. This does a pretty good job all by itself. Next up, I have two MAC lipsticks here. I have this one, which is more of like an everyday color. This one's called Mosh Pit. So I love that color. It's just an everyday wearable nude, but I typically only wear lipsticks in the fall. So this is one that I like to wear a lot for just average everyday looks. And then this one I decided to be crazy and go bold, and it's called Degaff. She dark. These are like my moody moments, but I'm such a sucker for like a reddish brown. Like, look at that. Holy flip. I like deep clean my hands. I'm keeping them clean, so I feel perfectly okay putting these back on my lips after swatching on my hands. Please don't stress too much about that. But this is by far my favorite fall color to use for my MAC lipsticks. The formula is great. As you can see, it's more of like a glossier type of finish, which I can appreciate. My lip texture appreciates. So these two are huge winners in my book, especially for this time of year with, gosh, that color, just the joy. Okay, so don't laugh too hard at me at this next one. This is the Jurassic Park and Profusion collection. All three of these lip shades. Okay, so I really like these, and to me they are fantastic fall colors. This one I don't wear near as often as the other two. This shade is called Clever Girl. We're gonna kind of go a different direction now. So this one is definitely more of like a berry tone. That is just not my jam. I just don't wear that color. I will occasionally wear it in the fall depending on like my eyeshadow, but that one was more of just like an impulse grab. But these other two I wear all the time. I went ahead and threw my hair out of my face. It's toasty and I'm wearing a sweater. But this one right here is called Summer 1993 Nude Everyday Wear Shade right there. Like, yep, give it to me, put it on my face. These say hydrating lip plumper. A little bit of that, not necessarily a tingle, but like a, yeah, I mean, I guess like a tingle. It's totally doable. Like the Too Faced lip injections, I can't do those. Those are too much for me, but these are doable. You can still pick these up at Walmart. I've seen them kind of hovering around. This is Isla Nublar. This one is my favorite. It's this one down here. More of that like brownie red neutral color. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I wouldn't say necessarily they're hydrating, but they're not dehydrating. They're not drying. They last a very long time. I rarely have to reapply them. So those are also winners in my book. So now we're down to the last little section here. Not a whole lot, but this is my lip oil / lip gloss category. And let me go wash my hands, get them nice and clean, and I'll be right back to jump into this very last category, my all-time favorite out of the lip products. So hands are sanitized and clean and ready to go for this last step. So lip glosses / lip oils. So let's do some honorable mentions real quick. Some of my favorite lip oils, not necessarily just for the fall, but just like right now, / lip glosses. One of them is this. This shade is called On Again. This is from Hard Candy, Pout, Lip Plump, something like that. I will link it for you. But yeah, this is one of those that when you click it up, it doesn't go back down. I learned that the hard way. So it's got a funky shape at the top because it broke off and I was applying it because I let it go too far. Just an FYI on that. But this is really nice. I guess we'll go ahead and... It doesn't give off a ton of color. It's just a little tiny wash. It is really hydrating though. It kind of gives just a little bit of a tingle or cooling effect. Very, very minimal. But it's just got a nice little wash of color, nice sheen. It is very hydrating. So I am liking this one a lot right now. I have two shades or flavors or scents, whatever you want to call it, in the CoverGirl Yummy Gloss. I have Let's Get Physical and Coconuts About You. Now, the formula, I love this formula. It's very thick. They're very sheer, like as you can see. These are pretty clear. I'm going to use the more opaque looking one to show you guys that they are in fact pretty sheer. I know they've come out with a couple new shades, but yeah, you can see it's basically clear. I love this formula. I love the doe foot on this one. I like the size of it. Here's the beef I have with this one, and I apologize, it is super gross, but I'm going to go ahead and show you anyways. I can't have these in my purse. And it happened with both of these bottles, so I know it's not just like a defective single bottle, but I hope if I can get close enough you can see. So it has a tendency to leak out of this lid right here, and it makes it pretty gross. I'm not going to lie. Like that's pretty nasty. So I don't know if it's the way I'm handling it, but I can't have these in my purse because that gets on everything around it. Ew. But I really like the formula. So I keep these here on my desk. I purposely didn't clean that one off just so I could show you guys, just in case, like, maybe this is happening to you and you don't really know what's getting all over your purse and you've got one of these. It might be this. The formula is fantastic though. It's very, very thick. So for someone with really, really dry lips, that is amazingly wonderful. They do have a really strong smell. Now I will say, I've heard some people talking about like a certain tingling or numb sensation on the lips. I will say, I'm wondering if it's shade or scent, whatever you want to call it in this situation, related, because out of these two, this one gives me that numbing tingling sensation. This one doesn't. It's the strangest thing. So I was using this one for the longest time and I heard people talking about it. No, strike that, reverse it. I was using this one for the longest time and I was hearing people talk about that numbing weird sensation. And I was like, I don't have that. I don't have that. Well, I decided to pick up another one because I needed this one and didn't have it. Couldn't find it. Obviously, I found it. But I picked this one up and I get that numbing tingling sensation. So I'm wondering if it has to do with the shades or the scents, the flavors. I'm wondering. The other honorable mention I have here is the hard candy. I really like this one. I know a lot of people are talking about the scents on this one as well. It smells kind of chemically or plastic. I get the smell, but it doesn't bother me. And I really like this doe foot. And I really like this formula. It's definitely not as long lasting as the Covergirl Yummy gloss, at least on my lips. But it's real easy to reapply. I have like 3 of these in my purse. I really like this one. This particular shade is the Peach Dream, but I'm living for these. I really like them. So thank you for that one, Hard Candy. I bought that. All of these I bought on my own, just to be clear and transparent here. I bought everything. Everything is mine. Next up here, let's see. Let's slip into the lip gloss category for a moment. These are some of my fall favorites. I have 2 shades in the NYX Butter Gloss. Spiked Toffee, which is just a little bit darker. I really, really like this one here. That one is Spiked Toffee. We've talked about it already. It's that like reddish brown. You know by now. And this one is called Madeline. Now, I haven't been able to find either one of these shades in a hot minute. I don't know if the stock is just low. I don't know if they're not available anymore. I will try and link them if I can find them. Spiked Toffee and Madeline. Madeline? Yeah, Madeline. But I really like this one. This is a great nude one for when I'm running out and running around. I'll be real though, I don't know that I'm going to purchase any more of the NYX Butter Glosses. I've really come to love a lot more of these other formulas. So as much as I like these, I don't necessarily love them as much as I used to, especially now that I'm in my lip oil era and there's 1 lip oil coming up, actually 3 lip oils coming up that I prefer over these. They're just not long lasting. They were great until I discovered these other lip oils. So they're okay, but I don't think I'll come back to these once they're gone. So they're in use up mode right now. Coming back to that Buxom, we had that matching, just about threw it over the edge. So this came as a set. It also had a third one. I used up that other third product. It was a Buxom lip product. I did use it up all the way already. This particular shade is called Sugar Drop. I believe the one that was in this package with it was Dolly, but this, guys, I love it. It is such a beautiful color. It's like My Lips but better color. So when I use that lip liner and then I put this shade on, I am owning the day. One more lip gloss. Recently just did this in my most affordable face, the WetNWild Mega Slicks lip gloss. I really like this. I talked about it in my last video, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm just going to throw a swatch on there for you. I'm starting to see a pattern in these swatches, guys. I apparently gravitate toward the same shades over and over. This is that one right there. And again, that is Mega Slicks from WetNWild, and this one's called Nude Mood. I discovered this one at TJ Maxx, and now I'm on the hunt for as many as I can possibly get my hands on. This is from Bare Minerals. This is the Mineralist Lip Gloss Balm in Sincerity. Now, they have a Sincerity shade and a Sincere or something similar to this one, so you have to pay really close attention when you're looking at the shade names, but this one is Sincerity. I love this. I love this. The formula is incredible. It's got an angled doe foot, which is strange, and it does I guess I probably should have told you guys about all these other ones. I don't think any of these other ones have any scents unless I mentioned it, but this one does have a scent. To me, it's similar to the Hard Candy Glosstopia one. So if you didn't like that, you may not like this scent. I'm terrible with scents. I'm so sorry. I don't know how else to describe it, but if you didn't like the Glosstopia one, you may not like it. However, I do notice that the scent does not last long at all. It's usually gone within just a minute or two of applying this. This formula, put that right there on the side of my hand. It's incredible. I mean, it's quite literally just like the name says. It's a gloss balm. So it's got the glossy look, but it feels like a lip balm. I can rub my lips together and it feels really, really great. It doesn't fade very quickly, but it quite literally feels like a lip balm, but looks like a lip gloss. It's incredible. It's a little pricey, so that's why I picked it up at TJ Maxx. The shade range for me is a bummer. This is the most brown nude color that they have, and it's almost like purple when I put it on my lips. It's fine. I wish they had more brown leaning shades. That's my only beef with this. And the only thing holding me back from buying even more of these. Now, I would buy these, I think they're at Ulta, maybe Sephora. I could be totally wrong. I know they're at Ulta, but if they would get in more of a neutral brown leaning shade, I'd go buy every single one of them because I live for these. This is incredible. This is one of my top 3 favorite formulas. Okay, my second favorite formula right now is this one. This is the NYX Fat Oil Lip Drip. I got this one in clear because I wasn't quite sure how I was going to like it. This one's called My Main. It is just clear. I mean, we can go ahead and swatch it for proof. Do we need proof? We need proof. Put it right there. Sheet clear. Sheet clear. But I really like the doe foot. I really like the small packaging. It's really compact. I really like the size of this. I feel like I can actually work through a whole bottle. So I really do like this one. I'm hunting for more of the fall shades, like I think it's called like Scrollin', Follow Back, something like that. Those 2 shades, I'm hunting for them. They seem to be out of stock everywhere I go. So I'm looking for some more of those shades because I ended up really, really liking this formula. So now I want as many shades as I can possibly get. When I'm trying out a new formula, I typically like to get clear so that I can actually test the formula itself and not just the color, which is what I did with my current favorite. This is the Milani Fruit Fetish. This is one of their newest launches. They launched 4 new shades. This one is the Blackberry Agave. I love this formula. What I like most about it, though, is that it's buildable. You can start off really, really sheer. Let me show you. So here's what that doe foot looks like. Pretty similar to a lot of the ones that we've been using and seeing. I like this type of doe foot. But you can go on pretty sheer. I'm just kind of blending out that color. So you can go on really, really sheer. That's that right there. Or you can truly, like, build it up. You can really build it up and you can keep going and keep going and keep going. That's what I have on my lips today. I did build up about 3 layers and it doesn't get gunky or goopy as you load up the layers, but you can make it as sheer or as colorful as you like. And that's something I really, really appreciate about this formula. Sometimes I'm just a swipe and go. I don't want a whole lot of color, just the slightest little tint. Or sometimes I'm like, I want some freaking color, man. So I'll build it up and get that color. So it's really, really nice that you can build that up to get that. But yeah, so this is the Blackberry Agave. They have a couple other ones. I think it's Honey Fig is the other one I want. And there's a darker one. I think it's the Cocoa Cacao. But I want the Cocoa Cacao and the Honey Fig in this one. I'm still hunting them down. Every time I go into Ulta, they're completely sold out. I'm really hoping they come to Walmart or some other stores because, man, my Ulta is not a short trip. I hate driving all the way out there, especially to find empty shelves. It's so frustrating. I'm not blaming Ulta. I'm just saying, like, Ulta's not close. I'm all about accessibility. I'd really like to see these guys take this shade elsewhere. Like, Target would be great. Walmart, CVS, Walgreens. Come on, Milani. Okay, so coming back to these guys, why are these my all-time favorites? It's a couple things. One, longevity. How long are these going to last? That's my number one issue, is I hate when I put on something and it lasts about 12 seconds and then I have to reapply. So these have pretty good longevity. Number two, comfort. How comfortable are these? I can't stand when they dry down and they're sticky or they're tacky or they're like clumpy or goopy. Don't have that issue with either one of these. As they dry down, my lips feel hydrated, they feel good, so they're comfortable from start to finish. And number three typically is accessibility, but accessibility is kind of a joke with these guys right now because I've already told you, I only found this one at TJ Maxx. I can only find this one at Ulta. This one's out of stock everywhere, so accessibility is kind of a joke when it comes to these guys right now. Not anyone's fault. It just is what it is. I'm not mad about it. Well, yeah, I'm a little mad. Yeah, so between, you know, comfortability, durability, that's where these guys have a tendency to stand out over the others, and the shade range too. I know we talked about this shade range being subpar, but this one, since Milani came out with that expanded range, on point. This one, since they have browns, on point. That's what I'm looking for. So that is it from me on my favorite lip products for the fall / year round. I appreciate you guys joining me and hanging out with me today. And I just want to say again, thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate your thumbs ups. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your subscriptions. So if you can give me a quick thumbs up if you like this video, that sure would help me a lot. It encourages me to keep on going. I sure appreciate you. And I can't wait to see you in my next one. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye.